Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well and I give you a very warm welcome to all those who are new to my channel. Let us begin today's class. Today I would like to talk about structuralism. I would like to give a brief introduction to structuralism. Structuralism as a school of theory came into being in the first quarter of 20th century. Now, the first quarter of 20th century was very important because this was the time many literary schools emerged or laid its foundation. Structuralism as a school of theory was founded by Ferdinand de Saussure, a Swiss linguist. The course of general linguistics was published in 1915. It was a lecture note taken by his students. His major contribution was to establish the fact that language is a system of structure. Now, what is a structure? A structure is a form or an order. The most common structure that we come across every day are the buildings. A building is a structure, but the pile of bricks is not. Because in a pile of bricks, all the components have their own meaning above and beyond the pile. But in a building, on the other hand, all the components like the roof, the walls, the window, the door, the floors, they have meaning in relation to one another. So all the components are subservient to the whole, the building. Thus, a window is a window because it is not a wall. If we keep one window in the open field, it will not serve any purpose, it will not have any meaning. But in a building, it has its meaning in relation to other components of the building. So from here, we have the two aspects of a structure clear. First, in any structure, all the components have relevance in or in relation to one another. Second, all the components are subservient to the whole, the structure. If we look at other structures, they also share the same feature. For example, if we take example of any musical piece, one particular note might not have any meaning, but when we listen to that particular note in relation to other notes in a musical piece, then it will have some meaning. The relations of constituent parts that give them meaning are arbitrary. These rules are unique to each structure. One cannot justify any of the rule in relation to something outside the structure. So if we want to look at the structure, we have to only look in the structure. Any rule cannot be validated or unjustified by any relation to something outside the structure. So Saussure established the fact that language operates as a system of structure. And this was very important because literature is an expression through language. This is the reason this theory has tremendous influence in the 20th century. Saussure has given many concepts. So, one of the major concepts is the diachronic study, another one is the synchronic study. First, let us discuss the diachronic study. The study of language means the study of words. So, how one word changed over the course of history, the study of that is the diachronic study. For example, if we take the word glamour, nowadays the word glamour is associated with fashion, celebrities, etc. But previously, in the 15th century, the word was associated with witches and spellcasting. Saussure's approach is rather synchronic. What is synchronic? Saussure believed that language as a structure is whole in its own self. So the linguist should study language in terms of its internal relations and not to refer something outside the structure of language. So it is the synchronic study as opposed to the diachronic study. Saussure said that language is a signifying process made of signs which refer to something or other. So a sign is made of two components. One is the signifier, another one is the signified. The signifier is the sound of the word, and the signified is the concept of the word. Let me give an example. The word cat refers to the four-legged animal which says mew and drinks milk. So the word cat is the signifier and the concept of that four-legged animal which drinks milk is the signified. So there is no natural relationship between the signifier and the signified. According to Saussure, a signifier is able to signify not because of its attachment to that particular concept, but because its relation to other signifiers within the system of language. So, if we see the word TREE, it refers to that long green thing, not because of its attachment to that particular thing, but because it occupies a place which other signifiers that do not occupy. Thus, a tree, TREE, is TREE because it is not BIRD. So, the signifier that occupies a particular place within the language system, and this place does not occupy, this place is not occupied by some other signifier. So, that particular signifier gains its meaning with the relation to other signifiers within the system of language, and not with its attachment to the concept of that green long thing, because that concept is outside the system of language. Another concept of Saussure is of Langue and Parole. Langue is the language, the system of language as a whole, with its rules and grammar and everything. And Parole is language performance at any given point in time. Let me make it clear with some example. For example, we can talk about the chessboard. Chessboard, game of chess has its own rules and everything. So the players, they know all these rules. So the game of chess as a whole is the Langue with its own rule. It's like Langue. And the players, they play their own moves are compared to the Parole. I hope that this video is helpful for understanding all the important concepts of Saussure, like the synchronic and diachronic study, Langue and Parole, signifier and signified. So for more videos like this, keep an eye to my channel, and if you find this video helpful, give it a big thumbs up. That will keep me encouraged to make more videos in the future. Thank you. Bye-bye.